Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Hazard12 here and I'm bringing you another FIFA video today. We're going to be talking about formations and we're going to be running through the top 3 formations for the end stage of FIFA. I've played a shit ton of this game. I've used all formations a lot of times, so I've got a fair idea of what works and what doesn't. I did do my own personal custom tactics video last week. This video is going to be based off the game and not my own personal playstyle. The tactics that I put on that video last week are, again, that's what I use and what suits me. This video is going to be what suits the meta, in my opinion, and that all kind of different skill levels can use as well. So all that boring stuff's out of the way. The first formation and tactics we're going to be looking at today is the 4-1-2-1-2. Ignore the attacking, defensive, ultra defensive. It's not like that. It's just for the sake of recording. The 4-1-2-1-2 regular version, this one is. So defensive style, I like the look of press after possession loss. I think that it can be really effective in combination with high depth, because you've got players that far up the pitch that as soon as you lose the ball, you've got a few players already pretty high up to win the ball back. Width I leave on 5. I don't really tend to touch defensive widths all too often, so I just leave that on the default setting. Offensive style, I find balance to be the most successful this year. I think long ball has got a shout, but the rest of them don't really find to be all too effective when going forward. I just find balance is obviously the most well-rounded, which goes without saying, really. Width, I leave at 5. I think you don't need to be messing around with that all too much. Players in the box, I whack on up to 7. The reason for that is because you've got the wingers getting to the bylines. You're going to be able to cut the ball back and you're going to want people in the box to get the shot off on goal. Corners and free kicks, I take it down a notch. I don't see the point of having loads of players in the box just to get counter-attacked on. You do score from corners from time to time, but it's not like a given. And free kicks, I can't remember if I've ever crossed the ball in this year and I'd slabhead get on the end of it. So, no, I leave that on 2. Moving on to the instructions then. So for the 2 strikers, you've got stay central and get in behind. You've got the wingers, so you don't need them drifting out wide, and getting in behind, you're going to want them making runs off the ball. You've also got the cam just behind, who's got get in the box for cross. So the whole point is you've got 3 forwards there, 3 attackers, all hopefully putting pressure on what will be most of the time 2 centre-backs. So when you lose the ball, when you're going forward, and you've got the press after possession loss on the high depth, you're going to have a lot of players hopefully surrounded the ball and winning it back. The 2 wingers are the exact same, get in the box for cross and get in behind. The whole point of that is that when the right winger's going forward, you've got the left winger at the back post, and obviously vice versa, and obviously getting in behind, you want them to be making those runs in behind the fullbacks. The CDMs, cut passing in lanes, stay back while attacking and cover centre. I think that's pretty much what everybody uses anyway, so no surprises there. And then the fullbacks, I have joined the attack and overlap on. I find that to be really effective in this year's game, purely because the amount of numbers that you've got forward, it can really cause headaches for the opposition. And you've got the CDM on stay back while attacking, and you've got fast centre-backs now at this stage of FIFA. So it's worth giving it a go if you've not used it before. If you don't like it, obviously you could turn it off, but in my opinion, it's definitely worth trying it and seeing how you get on, especially when you're playing someone a little bit weaker than yourself. But that's the 4-1-2-1-2, that's the first formation. Let's head into the next one. So the next formation is the 4-2-2-2. Now, like I said, ignore the ultra defensive, it's just for the sake of recording. You'll notice that the defensive and offensive styles are pretty similar. They are going to be for all 3 of these formations. The only thing that's a bit different on this one is we have upped the width a little bit. That's because we haven't really got any wingers in this, it's cams. So we want them to be, pushing themselves out wide and try to find some space out wide as often as possible. The instructions then, we've got get in behind for both the strikers, but we've left it on balance and width. Like I said, that's because we haven't got any natural wingers, so we're going to be wanting them still to drift out, just not obviously massively, but hopefully finding some space out wide. The 2 cams, they are get in the box for cross and nothing else. I find it just simple and effective. You're going to want them overloaded the box. You're going to have 2 strikers and 2 cams, both in the box, and hopefully finding space and creating chances. The 2 CDMs, one of them, you can have either, it doesn't matter if it's left or right. The left one for me is cut passing lanes, stay back while attacking and cover centre. But the right one is cut passing lanes and cover centre, but balanced attack. Now, the reason for this is because you've got get in the box for cross for your 2 cams, so that there's 4 people in the box, but there's going to be a massive gap between the centre circle and the opposition box. So you want someone just filling in that gap to help prevent you getting absolutely slaughtered on the counter attack. Now the fullbacks, again, they're the same, join the attack and overlap. Again, if you don't want that, you don't like that, then obviously just take that off and use whatever you're comfortable with. I just find having people going forward, especially in a formation where you don't really have much width, you've got no wingers, sorry, I find it to be really, really effective to have them out wide just as an extra option. So moving on to the final formation, I find this is the most fun custom tactics, the most fun formation to use. It's not going to be great at the back, but whatever. It's July. It's not June. It's July. So might as well have some fun with the game. I don't know why centre back should be balanced. So yeah, defensive and offensive styles pretty similar. Like we said, not much is going to change there. Player instructions, it's a 3-4-1-2. We've got getting behind for both of the strikers. I've left it on balance width again. That should be stay central because they have wingers this time. The cams, stay forward, get in the box for cross. It's going to be the outlet. You're going to have so many players going forward. It's going to be absolutely ruthless. The two wingers, we have got to come back on defence and get in behind. Now, the reason for that is that when you do lose the ball, it turns into a bit of a 5 at the back. But then when you do get the ball back, obviously everyone's going to be going forward because if you're getting behind on, you're going to be, throwing players forward. Your opponent's not going to know what to do. Now, we're going to go even more balls to the walls with the centre mid. So you can change this. You can use stay back by attacking or whatever you want to do. But let's be honest, like we said, it is July. You might as well have some fun. You might as well just attack. We've got get forward, get in the box across, and cover centre for both centre mids. So obviously, when you do lose the ball, you're going to have your 3 centre backs until your wingers can obviously get back into position. But like I said, it's the end of FIFA. You might as well just go for it. Just have a bit of fun. Stop taking the game all too seriously now. There's not much left to play for. It's only a couple of months before FIFA 22 is going to be out and about. So why not have a formation where you can just blitz people? If you're playing someone worse than you, then this formation will absolutely bang. If you're playing someone who's a pretty decent level, then yeah, you might get caught out here and there. But trust me, it's a bunch of fun to play with, and it's definitely worth giving it a go. But that's going to be it for today, guys. Thank you ever so much for watching. Please do drop a like and subscribe, and comment down below anything else you'd like to see. But I will catch you guys next time.